Harp Horror is back, guys, and now it's time to abuse it. Yo, what is going on, you guys? Bastion Yugioh here. Happy Merry Christmas Eve. I'm out for this on the 23rd, so you guys can have it for the weekend, guys. But I want to go ahead and really just show you guys what Orcust Sky Striker really is. It's a deck that you guys have seen my ban list reactions. A deck that I was not very familiar with coming into this upcoming ban list. Now, realistically, I didn't play Orcust when Orcust was a thing. I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh at that time. I came back to the game maybe 2 years ago, maybe 2.5 years ago. So it's not a deck that I'm extremely familiar with, but then I started testing a little bit more with this deck, and I honestly think this is crazy good. I think it's a lot of fun, especially with Harp Horror. I understand now what this card really does for the deck, being able to freely special summon with the Tower of Babel, or that's the name of the field spell, if you will, Orchestrated Babel. So with this effect, making all your Orcust effects quick effects in the graveyard, it makes it insane strategy that actually has a really interesting grind game. Not only that, but has really cool interruptions, really cool way of overall playstyle overall, and the field spell can recur itself pretty much every single turn, which is actually super crazy. So I want to go ahead and get this out to you guys as soon as possible, so you guys can go ahead and have it again for the holiday weekend. So for all you guys excited for the Orcust Sky Striker, I'm sure you guys even like, subscribe, and let's get right into it. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have our Mech Knight Orcust. Well, I guess it would be just be Orcust Sky Striker deck profile for you guys. If you guys just go ahead and take a screenshot, take a template, feel free to go ahead and do so. But I want to go ahead and go by the card by card, explain more or less what each card does, what it does for the strategy, and now overall this is going to be probably one of the best templates for you guys moving forward. If you guys are interested in playing Orcust Sky Striker again in the near future, post the January 1st of January 2024 ban list for us, guys. So let's go ahead and start kicking things off with 3 copies of Gears to the Orcust Mech Knight. Now, I did get a little bit flustered when it comes to having Mech Knight in the name, because it has amazing synergy, of course, with not just the Mech Knight strategy, but also the Orcust strategy as well. So this is the best starter in the entire deck. Pretty much letting go full combo with it, so it's really crazy. If you guys want, I can go ahead and show you guys like a combo video. If you guys, I can show you guys some test hands with the deck, just so you guys can understand how the deck really plays, how it works. Overall, this is going to be your main guy. On normal special summon, you can send any Orcust or World Legacy card from your deck to your graveyard. So it's a free Foolish Burial on normal special summon, which is crazy because the entire deck revolves around you getting cards into the graveyard, which this deck does actually function quite well with the Horus cards as well. So if you guys are interested in playing that or seeing that type of deck profile, let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll go ahead and get that out to you guys. But we're not covering that today. We're covering the Sky Striker build. So Orcust, Mech Knight, of course, being able to go ahead and dump any Orcust card is crazy. Any World Legacy card is also crazy as well. But the ability to also special summon any token to your field and your opponent's side of the field, which is actually really good in a Mech Knight setting, is also really good in this setting because it gives you 2 monsters on the field, which lets you link climb in further into your place, into things like Galatea and things like that. All you need to do is have no other monsters on the field, and you're good to go. Special summon a token to your side of the field, which then you can go ahead and link into Link Rebo, go into like Galatea with both these monsters, and pretty much go full combo from there. Because Galatea gets you access to any of your Orcust spell traps, so you can go ahead and search your Babel, you can go ahead and search out your counter trap or whatever it is that you want that's Orcust related. So 3 of the Gears to the Orcust Mech Knight, 2 copies of Orcust Nightmare. This is actually a pretty cool card. The whole can't be destroyed by battle with a link monster effect doesn't really come up realistically, but it is really cool because it essentially is another free Foolish Burial for the overall strategy. So guys, as long as you're able to go ahead and get this guy in the graveyard, you are good to go to Foolish whatever it is you want, as long as you have a monster on the field. Next, I have 2 copies of the Orcust Symbol Skeleton. This is a pretty cool card as well. First of all, I love the artwork. Really cool. For all these cards are really cool, honestly. You can manage this card from the graveyard, target any Orcust monster in your graveyard, and special summon it. And then you can special summon anything except for Dark Monster for the rest of the turn, which is actually perfectly fine. But the fact that it can have, you're pretty much getting a free monster reborn every single turn, because you're able to go ahead and recycle these cards so easily as well, guys, which is what I really like about the strategy as well. So definitely want to go ahead and maximize on 2. Is basically think about like a Fire King Arvata or a Fire King Kirin, essentially. So if you guys are in the Fire King realm, which I've been very invested in. So you got 1 copy of the Dark Grepher, really cool card. So essentially what it does, you can special summon by discarding discarding level 5 or higher dark, which again gets Orcust cards into the graveyard potentially, or you can discard a monster and send any dark monster from your deck to your graveyard, which again gets 2 cards into the graveyard. So Dark Refer is really good. Same thing with 1 copy of Armageddon Knight to send 1 dark monster from your deck to the graveyard. Again, all Orcust cards are going to be dark, so it's going to be really easy to go ahead and get these out. And the more you're able to get into the graveyard, the more you're able to go ahead and combo off and abuse them to go about your plays. Also, of course, we play the 1 copy of Orcust Hardpour, which I know a lot of you guys were very excited to go ahead and see off the ban list. Like I said before, when I saw it off the ban list, I had no idea what this card did, but now I definitely understand. So you can banish a card from the graveyard, special summon any Orcust monster from your deck, except Orcust Hardpour. You also can't summon except for dark monsters, which is perfectly fine because this gives you access to your entire deck right off the bat. So crazy card. And you do play the 1 copy of World Legacy World Wand because it is essentially necessary, I would say. It is really good if the card's into the graveyard, especially summon any World Legacy monster from your hand, which is nice, but realistically you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target any of your banished Orcust monsters, special summon it. So the Symbol Skeleton, let's just special summon from the graveyard. This guy, let's special summon from the banished pile as well, guys. So it gives you recursion and access to pretty much all aspects of your strategy. Next up with the hand traps, guys, I am playing 3 Droll and Lockbird. 3 Droll and Lockbird is going to be one of the best hand traps in the entire format, and I do want to try out 3 copies of Skullmeister over any other hand trap. It's because Skullmeister hits a lot of decks that are currently really good. It hits Vanadium because it activates in the graveyard to go ahead and special summon. It hits Fire King. It hits a lot of really niche interactions, which really a lot of people don't see coming. So I'm trying this out. If you guys want to go ahead and put in Imperm or Ash in here, that's perfectly fine as well. Except for the spells and traps, guys, I want to go ahead and show you guys. So we have, of course, one Orcust Babble. We have the Orchestrated Return, which of course is a pot of greed essentially. This is pot of greed. Draw 2 cards. As long as you send an Orcust or World Legacy from your hand or face up the field to the graveyard, which is always going to be an additional plus for you. So it's Pot of Greed on crack, and then of course you have your counter trap, which is of course really good, basically an Omni Negate. So really nice to have that as well. Now the Sky Tracker package, what it really does for you, it gets you additional interruption by being able to search out cards like Widow Anchor, which you can recycle, of course. Searching cards like Afterburner, which of course is great going second, or Shark Cannon, or even Hornet Drones in the event you don't have any Mech Knights. In case you don't draw your gear suit in order to be able to go about your play. So it's really good in that aspect. It also grants you ability to search and draw, which gets you further into your engine. So of course Engage is extremely good. The fact that it's at 2 makes it even furtherly abusable, which is absolutely nuts. Next, 2 copy of Thrust, 1 copy of Talons. I think Thrust is really good this format just because a lot of people again are really on pushing Fire King, like myself included. So with that being said, a lot of effects are going to be activated during your opponent's during your own turn. Monster effects by means. So I think Thrust Talents are going to be actually really good this format. So we'll see how it goes. 1 copy of Call by the Grave, 1 Roto, 1 Foolish, self-explanatory. 3 Upstart Goblin, baby! 3 Upstart Goblin, really cool to have this card back at 3. 2 copies of Lure Darkness and 3 copies of Forbidden Droplets. I think Droplets is essentially really good in this deck because again, you want to get these cards into the graveyard, so you're not going neg at all by doing this. So really good. Besides, you're either sending Orcust cards or you're sending spells, which then help your Sky Striker package. So regardless, you're going plus with this, guys. Really good. Now, the one thing I don't like about Upstart Goblin, of course, is that it plays directly into Droll and Lockbird, but whatever, it is what it is. So, the extra deck, Linkuriboh, Shizuku, Kagari, Hayate for consistency purposes. I think these 3 are essential if you're going to be playing Sky Strikers regardless, because all these serve a primary function. Hayate can go ahead and get you engaged into the graveyard. You can Kagari it back. Shizuku can go ahead and search you engage again in the end phase. So they all have a main purpose. Linkuriboh, of course, for the main combo, and then IPSP for the for that line if you want to go ahead and go that route. 1 Barricade Blocker just because it gets cards out of your hand, so you know, why not. I am on 3 copies of Galatea because this card pretty much says play forever, so this card is absolutely super nuts. Plus also the fact that this guy, this girl I should say, searches you whatever Orcust spell trap you want, so, and sets it. So you guys should go ahead and use her effect to go ahead and search out your Crescendo or your Babel, whichever one you prefer. And then the Link 3 is pretty cool as well, just to be able to go ahead send monsters your opponent controls to the graveyard, which is of course nice to know. Axico Talker is wild in this deck. You're primarily only playing dark except for the Sky Striker card, so you're not really going potentially 2/2+ off this, but again, Access Code Talker, any Link deck is really good. Plus, it's extremely easy to have the necessary materials go ahead and make this card and just blow out your opponent in turn 3, and you're good to go from there. 2 copies of Dingirsu. This card is actually cracked, super good. I played it, of course, in the Fire King build, which you guys will see here probably on Christmas Day. So Merry Christmas to you guys who are going to be watching that one. And then, of course, 1 copy of the Sky Crisis, because this card is absolutely ridiculous. So that's going to be it for the deck profile, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Again, if you guys want to see test hand videos, combo videos with this deck, or just overall duels, let me know in the comments, and I'll go ahead and see what I can go ahead and get out to you guys. I do want to go ahead and pick up these cards just to go ahead and play IRL, which is again not cards I've ever owned, so we'll see how that goes, guys. If you guys have any comments, any suggestions on this deck to help me learn it a little bit better, please let me know in the comment section down below. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go ahead and teach each other, build the melting pot a little bit. And without further ado, guys, hope you guys did enjoy. Hope you guys have a fantastic holiday weekend. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.